What's up?
What's up? Grim, how the hell are you tonight? The game is very loud. So let's see what we can do about that here. Okay, those of you watching this back on YouTube, there will be a timestamp in the description box below for when I get started into this game, because we've got a couple things to talk about. We unexpectedly finished Assassin's Creed Shadows this past Wednesday. Now, if you've been keeping up with what I've been doing, first of all, thank you, and if you haven't been, then shame on you, because you ain't watching the damn program. You can join the Grim Beardson Discord server. There's a link in the description below for that, as well as pinned here in the chat live on stream. For the Grim Beardson Discord, a joint Discord server between Grim and myself. You can get notified when we go live, what we've got planned, what's coming up soon, what we've done already, all the good stuff. Join the Grim Beardson Discord and get into the good stuff. But anyways, so... anyway, leading up to Assassin's Creed Shadows, I started with Mirage back in December, and then went back and revisited 1, 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. And it just so happened that a week before Shadows dropped, I completed Assassin's Creed Revelations. And the next game in line is historically was Assassin's Creed Shadows. Takes place about 70, 80 years after the conclusion of Revelations. So it just, I wanted to get into Shadows and experience it and actually get a chance to play it before the entire world spoiled it for me. And also, it seemed kind of logical to play that one next because it was next in the history. And I was just curious to see if they built off of the Ezio trilogy at all with that game, given how close it was to that. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear it, press the mute button right now. They didn't. That game was very underwhelming, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. So after a month-long break in the Desmond Saga, we are now back into the Desmond Saga for the final chapter, which is Assassin's Creed 3. Yes, negative review on Steam for the entire franchise just because it's Ubisoft. Speaking of negative reviews on Steam, one of the most ridiculous things about Assassin's Creed Shadows was how historically inaccurate that game was, okay? Now, I'm not an expert on Japanese history. I know very little about Japanese history, so I can't tell you a whole lot on whether anything's historically accurate in that game or not. However, since I was a young lad, American history has been drilled into my dome piece in every social studies class I've pretty much ever taken. Well, this game, my friends, takes place in colonial America. Now, I will preface this as well. I'm not an expert on American history, but I have lived in the States for 32 years now of my 32 years, and so there's a lot of things we'll probably be able to nitpick about this game being historically inaccurate. I should almost keep a tally. If I would have thought about it ahead of time, I would have put a counter in the top of the screen and like kept track of every historical inaccuracy I could come up with. But we're not going to do all that. We're going to actually enjoy the game because I have played this one before. I've played it through to completion, I believe, twice. What's up? Lurk, thanks for joining us. But I played this game through to completion twice. The first time was on the OG PS3 release. The second time was on Ubisoft Connect. And I can't remember if it was the original release or if it was the remastered release. But I am playing the remastered release. I do have this in my PS5, but it is the PS4 version. I'm not going to recap the Desmond Saga up to this point unless I have to. I say that because Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations did a fantastic job of recapping what happened in the previous games to lead us up to where we are. And so I'm going to assume that this game, I don't remember, but I'm going to assume that this game is going to do the same thing, probably much better than I would do it anyways. Well, Lurk, hopefully things smooth out for you. And hopefully you can, hang out with us for a good while. All right, we're going to put that on 7, and we're going to get started. So our main menu in this game is very simple. Start new game. We'll just keep it at Suave Beardson for the name.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years, even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be, when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
Golf clap for that recap.
We're here. Let's go.
All right, so in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I believe it was, there was a DLC, the Leonardo, the Da Vinci disappearance. And all we got in this Isu temple was a set of coordinates. and an email from somebody named WM, which turned out to be William Miles. This set of coordinates led us here. Like, if you actually look up the coordinates, like in real life, it brings you to, like, basically the middle of the woods, I think somewhere in New York or something like that. And that's essentially the location, and that's how we figured out where to go. But they don't explain that to you in Brotherhood. You kind of just have to wait and kind of piece that one together on your own. Desmond does look slightly different in this game, that's for sure. This was the first game since Assassin's Creed 2 that got like a major overhaul. So, fun fact, every single Assassin's Creed game from 1 to Shadows has used the same game engine. It's just been updated throughout the years. And between 1 and 2, they did some updating work on the engine. And then Brotherhood and Revelations were built off the same engine version. But then while they were making Brotherhood and Revelations, they were also updating the engine. And so this game gave us the next big gameplay engine overhaul. So and this is also remastered to boot. So we're going to have, you know, maybe a little bit better graphics or frame rate than the PS3 version. But yeah, so the graphics are definitely improved compared to the previous two games. Not that they were bad to start with. But before we walk into here, we're going to crack open ye old Mountain D. And another little fun fact for those of you that are maybe just coming back to this game for the first time in several years. We actually get a glimpse of this in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The look on Desmond's face is just like, I have seen some shit. So, Ezio's Apple of Eden.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
So, Ezio's Apple that we recovered underneath the Colosseum at the end of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was the key to opening this temple door. Yeah, he definitely doesn't look as healthy. I mean, he was just in a coma for a while, too, so I can't imagine he's been well fed or anything either.
I think we're here.
Guess they're not coming down after me. I guess they did come down after me. From what I remember of this game, it had the best modern-day story. I mean, it's the finale of Desmond's entire saga, so it makes sense that it would be the best. But I definitely feel like...
The key. You must find the key.
I see...
Son?
Hold on.
Sir. Here we go again.
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
But I feel like this one really did the main story, or like the modern-day story.
Desmond, let's practice climbing on these objects.
Some really good justice.
Free run your way through this little obstacle course. That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. All right, Desmond, follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars.
Whoops.
All you have to do here is jump the gap.
Whoops.
Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
I guess we just keep walking forward, because that's the only thing I can do.
Sir? Sir? Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
All right, here we go.
Invitation, please.
1754.
Shall I take your coat, sir?
But it worked, though. And, you know,
Ladies and
context.
gentlemen, you are
You know what I mean? Like,
kindly find your
interesting
seats.
transition, but it flowed really well. And we have
Sir?
some
This
sense
way,
of purpose. We're looking for a key of some sort. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason we're here right
My
now.
apologies.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business, then. Do you see him?
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
Yeah, there's our target.
I already have.
Against roads and for them. For 'tis but fitting that we should protect and encourage streets, since we live by them.
Sir, Black Mall, that sick word of trial comes on in the afternoon.
1,000 pardons. My apologies.
As the wench is very active and industrious, we may satisfy her that our shot with the evidence.
Tom Gates, sir, is found guilty.
Oh, lazy dog. When I took him the time before, I told him what would come to if he did not bend his hand. This is death without reprieve. I made vegetable...
Because I feel like nobody would notice me just climbing the walls over here. I mean, everybody's probably focused on the stage, but I feel like, you know, people have peripheral vision. Negative review on Steam. This is... It broke my bones!
I love the black women's state. A good sportsman always thinks the end part of his life is to breathe the game depends on it. Besides,
Oh, we got lock picking now. Neat. Whoops.
I've got a bit of stage fright.
A little Dutch courage will put a bloom in your cheek.
Jeremy's really burning up the boards tonight. He's a marvel.
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
That was smooth, though.
Stateside balcony! Hurry!
Come, please!
Over there! That's the one that was murdered!
That man there! Seize him!
was killed in the upper balconies. But I've done no wrong. I swear
Search
it.
him. Any weapons?
I beg your pardon.
Did they find the
Did you
killer?
no pushing, please?
Let us through.
He can't. Order! We must have order! Order! We must have order!
It happened
We
right
must
in that
leave at
balcony.
once.
What are those
There's
men
a killer
doing?
about. I'm staying where it's safe.
Peace, friends! There is no danger!
Imbecile!
Where are you going?
I like how outside the theater the Animus is still just doing its thing. Where's my hat, though?
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Haytham, and bring honor to us all.
All right. So yeah, we have story, we have plot points, we have reasons. All good things. And now we're on a boat, sailing the seas.
Some fresh air might do me good. Captain?
Mr. Kenway.
I just wanted to thank you again for taking me aboard, and apologize for any inconvenience it may have caused.
Inconvenience would be an understatement.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
My ship was held in port for 2 days that we might accommodate you. I lost several contracts as a result.
I had no idea.
Of course not. You nobles are all the same.
Well, we see Hatham's well received on this boat.
Hello, sir.
Do you expect we'll have a pleasant crossing?
It is a quiet time of year, though rogue storms in troubled waters are not unheard of. But no need to fret. At worst, they'll prove an inconvenience. I'm more concerned about pirates and rogue privateers.
Have you encountered them before?
Aye. But the Providence is a strong ship, and her crew well trained. They will surely keep us safe.
Yeah, he seems like he's got an awful salty personality. So I can just go climbing around. Yeah, we'll climb all the way up to the top. Screw it. Why not? Just gonna check the end line specs of the rotary girder. No, this is as far as we can go. Can I dive off the ship? I love the ragdoll. And then just glitch right through the boat into the water. Every now and then you gotta just do some stupid things.
What'd you do?
That was entertaining, not gonna lie. Okay, we got a game over here or something? Play a game. Play a game in a game. Phanorona, believed to originate in Madagascar, is played on a 9-row by 5-column board of intersecting lines. Each player places 22 black or white pieces on the board and tries to capture the opponent's pieces. Okay. You know what? No, we're not gonna do this right now. After getting so very little story in the previous game, and by previous game I mean newest game, I kind of want to just, you know,
and then all
keep this ball rolling.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. Oh, you don't sit right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought. And yet here you are.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
That's enough, Graves.
Stay out of this.
Young gal.
Show me what kind of man you are, Chekhov.
I'm not sure what I'm... Let's see. It says hold circle before the attacking indicator appears. Okay, well, I'll continue to hold it then. There we go.
Listen to this, Hector. Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
Please, fellas, call this off. If the captain
To
sees us...
hell with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side you on, anyway?
Damn. You want some too?
We're ready to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why is that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No. But you should be.
Damn.
Do you yield?
Never! How do you like these odds?
What's the meaning of this? Captain, explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
These thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife back.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway. I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
Damn.
Look, I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Thank you.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood? Excellent. Good day.
I said good day. You lose. Good day, sir. Day 28.
Mr. Kenway.
Captain?
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
I'd best get to work.
Let's get shit done, you know what I mean?
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
Quiet! Here it comes. Make like you're working.
You there! I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up.
Okay.
A doctor, if you have a moment.
Have you taken ill?
Oh, nothing like that. I was wondering if you'd heard any rumblings of trouble aboard.
What sort of trouble?
Unusual complaints or grievances? Men taking issue with the captain or
You
the
sound
passengers?
just like James.
Like I told him, I've been much too busy with my research to notice anything not work-related.
And where might I find James?
The galley's your best bet. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Are you James?
Aye.
Hatham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here. Follow me.
Following you.
So what do you want to know?
Cool, I don't have to actually follow him.
Out of the ordinary since we left port. Anything that gives cause for concern.
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I couldn't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk 'em down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
Imagine spending over a month on a boat, though. Like, that just sounds like hell.
Evening, sir.
How are things?
Calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. The deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that? Someone's throwing cargo overboard. But why?
Why indeed?
He's a shifty fella. Won't hardly take his hat off.
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not right that you should feast on lamb and wine. We're stuck with tinned fish and biscuits.
Curious. Most curious.
Yes, curious, yes. Day 33.
Any news?
Each night it's the same. I scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another. I'm going to need to recruit an extra pair of eyes. Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
Near as I can tell, the barrels serve as markers. They're leaving a trail. My fear is it's only a matter of time before whoever's following it...
Ship sighted aft! She's making ready to fire!
Beat to quarters, men! Ready them! Brace! Everybody down! A warning shot! Seems they don't mean to sink us, but board us instead! Man the cannons! Make ready to fight! I want you below decks!
Why? Let me help you secure the ship.
Do you know how to rig a sail? To load a cannon? To wage war at sea? I didn't think so. Now return to your cabin, or do I need to have you escorted? Secure the hatch!
Hatham. Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard. Doesn't make sense.
Ah, but it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the opera? That we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't follow?
Ah, so that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
If you wish to treat me with honor, give me a sword.
Are you sure this is how you want to play it?
Oh boy, here we go. First blood drawn from the torso.
Told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny, only him.
What do they want?
Me.
Then they can have you.
Is that so?
You'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
You wish us to sail into the storm?
It's our only chance.
I won't do it.
Then I will.
All right, all right.
Hey man, you said we good. We're either good or we're not.
We need those ropes secured! I told you this was madness.
Calm yourself. I'll fix your sail for you.
Of course I will. Because I'm not an NPC. Yeah, now we just need Sullivan.
We need more speed! Loose the sails! Hate them! You take the foremast! James! To the mainmast with you!
Oh, shit. Desynchronized. Do not jump into the water. He failed. You call this a storm? Can't hold on much longer.
Hurry! I can't hold on much longer. Oh, thank you.
Hey, them off a 20-foot mast. Day 72. Over 2 months now on this boat. Do you hear what I hear?
Make ready for our arrival, men!
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The gulls tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
There wouldn't be birds flying around in the middle of the ocean, Hatham. Oh, I got a new email. Boston, 1754.
Master Kenway! Master Kenway!
Yes, may I help you?
Charles Lee, sir. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to introduce you to the city, help you settle in. Oh, no need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
Are you by any chance John and Isabella's son?
One and the same.
Your commission is with Edward Braddock, is it not?
Aye. But he's yet to reach America, and I figured I might... Well, at least until he arrives, I thought...
Yes? Out with it.
Forgive me, sir. I had hoped that I might study under you. If I am to serve the Order, I can imagine no better mentor than yourself.
Bloody
Kind of
hell.
you to say, but I think you overestimate me.
Impossible, sir.
Thief!
This way.
Someone stop him!
Well, there's the British redcoats.
Boston's quite a lively city.
There's all manner of things to see and do. Once you've settled in, I suggest you take some time to walk the streets. Who knows what opportunities you might discover.
Hold a moment. I need to fetch a few things before we get to work.
I'll arrange for horses while you do that.
Go to the general store. So here we are in the streets of Boston in 1754. Get down.
Get back here with that, you rogue!
Ben Franklin? No, I don't want to start another mission right now.
Damn sprigs. This accursed city will be the death of me.
Benjamin Franklin, man, the man who invented electricity.
That's because I am. Greatly so, in fact.
What's happened?
I was robbed. The old Balkan file. Though I've managed to restore what's mine, I fear it's ruined.
You mean the book?
This is no ordinary book. It's an almanac. The first I ever wrote. Benjamin Franklin, pleased to meet you.
Haytham Kenway.
You must be new to Boston.
Why do you say that?
You're still possessed of virtue. To stop and help an old lout like myself. I don't mean to impose, but you seem a spry fellow. Should you happen to find my missing pages, I'll reward you.
Look, I'm not sure if
It's all right, all right. If you have the time, hurrah! If not, no harm done. The thing is useless in its current state anyway. But should you somehow manage to restore it, you'll find me inside that general store over there.
Negative review on Steam. Benjamin Franklin never talked to a guy named Haytham Kenway. This game is historically inaccurate. Garbage. Bunch of garbage.
Magistrate Berg is offering a golden guinea for any information leading...
Good to see you, my friend.
Buy a sword and a pistol. Now, the one thing that just kind of threw me off a little bit, one negative review down, 10 million to go. Well, here's another one. Haytham would not be seeing an Animus menu to buy said sword and pistol. So, negative review on Steam for the historically inaccurate storefront. Yep, trash. I'm gonna burn my PS5 and my PS4 for good measure. And we got ourselves a flintlock pistol. This is a canard. R1 to open the weapon wheel. So there's our sword. And there's our flintlock pistol.
To all carpenters, a new design in rotary legs will be...
Okay, so here's our quick inventory. Neat. Follow lead of the Green Dragon on horseback.
We ride for the Green Dragon Tavern. The proprietors are eccentric, but the rooms are spacious and they do not pry.
Have you been told why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I should know only as much as you saw fit to share. He sent me a list of names and bade me ensure you could find them.
And have you had any luck with that?
Aye. William Johnson waits for us at the Green Dragon.
How well do you know him?
Not well, but he saw the order's mark and did not hesitate to come.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause. And you may yet know our plans as well.
I should like nothing more, sir.
I mean, I don't know what 1754 Boston looked like, but I feel like they did a really good job, you know, recreating this city, at least, you know, with the buildings and, you know, just the NPCs and the just general environment. It looks really good. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the guy either. Charles Lee is an actual historical figure in American history, though.
You lying, cheating, no good son of a bitch.
Perhaps we've come at a bad time.
No good son of a
Don't be
bitch.
foolish, dearies. Please, sit. Fancy something to eat? A drink, perhaps? Or is it a bed you require?
We've already let rooms here.
Oh, yes. Of course. Masters Lee and Kenway, was it? I'll have your bags brought up. Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
That's when you know it's serious, when they ask for privacy. Not privacy, privacy.
This way.
I don't know why I did Italian hands for that, but... privacy.
Sir,
We need
William
some
Johnson.
privacy.
A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest. I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
We believe there's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Then we'll find it. Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest of here. You'll likely find him there.
Charles?
Sir.
We'd best be off.
Of course.
Come on, Charles. We've got things to do, Charles. Another new email. I'm not an NPC, Charles. I have to do all the work, Charles. Oh, we just teleported way up here, I guess. Negative review on Steam. Hatham has teleporting abilities. That's historically inaccurate. Nobody could teleport in 1754. Negative review number 3 on Steam.
Thomas Hickey?
Who's asking?
Hatham Kenway.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Show some respect, boy.
Peace, Charles. William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
We don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout. Take up a position behind the guards. You two approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in. We'll have the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened.
All right, then. We're just going to go in guns blazing.
Get into position. But wait for me to take the first shot.
Oh, I get a musket.
Go on now, or you make us mad.
Yeah, it's a freaking musket, kind of.
So much for the element of surprise.
Reinforcements!
Well, that was pretty lit.
Fall back! Fall back! We'll be safe inside!
We'll be safe
What
inside.
now? We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them. On with the show then.
I keep pressing L3 to sprint because that's what it is in
Guess they
Shadows.
wasn't so safe inside after all. Bet this'll fetch a pretty penny.
Save your looting for after we've...
Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
I make you the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
Agreed.
Young gal. Got him with a DDT.
Your kind has no need for books and maps. Who put you up to this?
Never seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
Well, those days are done. Tell your masters I said as much.
Who should I say you are?
You don't? They'll know.
Atham! This one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being parched.
A shame so many had to die.
Aye. Terrible tragedy, that.
No, I didn't want to pick him up.
Back to the Green Dragon, then. I need a drink.
Running with R2 is going to take a minute to get used to.
Careful, gents. We've company.
Don't let go of the chest, Charles. We'll take care of this rabble.
A little help, please.
bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Are you mad? In case you've forgotten, we're in the midst of something.
Aw, why's you always got to go and spoil the sport?
What? Deal with them!
I'm gonna shoot you here in about 45 seconds when I'm done reloading this gun here, good sir.
Come on now. It's just a few fools with knives.
I did not.
They ain't so tough.
It's not the scoundrels I'm concerned with.
No, I didn't catch that. Right in the dick.
The last of them.
Oi! Mr. Johnson's gonna need to double my pay after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
Is that so?
There you are.
My thanks, Master Kenway. Now, tell me what it is you need.
Get out of here, Charles.
The images on this amulet, are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
With my research returned, perhaps. Let me see what I can do. Thomas!
What?
Rent yourself a room. And a bath as well. I suspect we'll be here for a while.
Tell me about yourself, William.
What's to tell? I was born in Ireland to Catholic parents, which I learnt early in life severely limited my opportunities. So I converted to Protestantism and journeyed here at the behest of my uncle. But I fear my uncle Peter was not the swiftest of men. He sought to open trade with the Conyan Gahaga, but chose to build his settlement away from the trade routes instead of on them. I tried to reason with the man, but as I said, not the swiftest. So, I took what little money I'd earned and bought my own little plot of land. I built a home, a farm, a store, and a mill. Humble beginnings, but well situated, which made all the difference.
So this is how you came to know the Mohawk?
Indeed, and it has proved a valuable relationship.
But still no mention from your contacts of the precursor site? No hidden temple or ancient constructs?
Yes and no. Which is to say, they have their fair share of sacred sites. Earthen mounds, forest clearings, hidden caves. But nothing matching what you describe. No strange metals, no odd glows.
It is well hidden.
Even to them, it seems. But cheer up, my friend. You'll have your precursor treasure. I swear it.
To our success, then.
And soon.
All right, Charles, what do you got? Next on the list. What just made the list?
Evening, gentlemen.
Charming.
Oh, peace, Charles. He'll grow on you.
You just got here, bro.
Catherine, you fussock! Get back here! Daddy needs a drink.
How fares the search?
Maths and maps are not cutting it.
What of your local contacts?
We'll need to earn their trust before they'll share what they know.
I have an idea on how we might be affecting that. There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
Do you know where they're being held?
Afraid not.
Benjamin Churchwill. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your list.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done.
Charles, you eavesdropping, bro? I do like how Hatham is just all business. Like, this is what I'm here to do. Yeah, Charles is stepping out of line a little bit, but like Hatham's here with a purpose. He's just like, all right, let's get shit done. You know what I mean?
Wonderful. Charles?
Sir?
Sure, we'll just, make ourselves a home.
Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr. Church.
Damn it, he could be anywhere. What do we do?
We find him. Come. I'll show you how.
Have you seen this man?
Should we right his family, do you think?
Not our business to meddle, even if we've the best of intentions.
New dining hall. Whatever the occasion, if you've a party, we've the space.
But if you could have seen it, they were surely drunk carrying on like that, and during the day, no less.
Today's One Penny Boston Country Journal.
scandalous behavior from one who aims to be a surgeon. Not likely if he keeps up such carousing.
Truly a shameful display. Benjamin's parents would be mortified.
Perhaps I should send someone to retrieve him before he damages his reputation beyond repair.
They stumbled off to the northeast, no doubt in search of a tavern or some other place of ill repute.
Start questioning those on the street. I'm headed for higher ground.
And our first viewpoint of the game is incoming. Yeah, this has been really well done. I remember this being like a really slow burn. But, I mean, the setup has been really good, though. Like, yeah, you're still kind of only getting, like, little breadcrumbs of information at this point, but you can just, you can tell you're getting ready to mix a loaf. You know what I'm saying? The oven's preheating. You know, so it's well done.
Time to take a listen. With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
The French commander, Desmond has been killed.
The area's definitely suffered a decline in character.
Indeed. All manner of Arifs and natty lads now walk the streets. Why, just earlier today I had a run-in with some.
Do tell.
It was down by the church. A group of men comes rushing through when one of them suddenly falls to the ground, all torn up. I thought about going to see if he needed help, but a look from one of them changed my mind.
Probably for the best. Those aren't the sort of people you want to get mixed up with.
I've asked the criers, but they all plead ignorance.
Bugger that! They're lying!
Aye. Well, what can I do? Threats light off them and I'll not deign to grovel.
Actions speak louder than words, my friend. Arrest one and put him in stocks. See if he's so glib then.
To do so without cause will set them singing songs about us. Last thing the city needs is town criers complaining about our abuse of authority.
And forget it. The crime is done. The killer's gone. Those who know won't share their secrets. If the city wishes to harbor scoundrels, let them pay the price for it.
All right, let's move on to the next location. What? Oh, I didn't realize they were right there. Well, I failed my first optional objective, but... Oh, Jesus. I like how they show which, viewpoints you've synchronized already and which ones you haven't, because the eagle's wings aren't spread up here.
Insisted it was all under control. How odd. Did they say what had happened? No. Only that it was a trifling matter, and he'd be returned home soon. There was some blood, though, so I wonder if it wasn't more serious than they let on. Where were they taking him? Towards the hilltop. Perhaps there's a doctor at the fort.
See, Charles? We'll have church in no time. Just as I said we would.
If I might ask, sir, where did you learn to do all this?
It is a required perception.
Guess we didn't want to hear the rest of that conversation.
Careful. The place is well guarded. We need to slip past them.
You fucked up.
Locked.
Where's that foot, Charles?
I'll have to find the key. Wait here. Here we are then.
Yo, the thing is this still actually feels like I'm in a tutorial.
Why must you always make these things so difficult, Benjamin?
But there's story in it.
Merely provide me with recompense, and all shall be forgiven.
I'll not pay for protection I don't need.
Clearly, you do require protection. Else we wouldn't be here. How very gauche. Now, what shall we do about our guest?
Maybe I take his hands, put an end to his surgering. Maybe I take his tongue, put an end to his waggling. Or maybe I take his cock, put an end to his fucking us.
Benjamin Church is trying to fuck on me.
I can't possibly decide. Take all three.
Now, hold a moment. Perhaps I was hasty in refusing you earlier.
I'm so very sorry, Benjamin. But that door has closed.
Be reasonable, Silas.
I rather think I was. But you took advantage of my generosity. I won't be made a fool a second time. I fear I lack the constitution to bear witness to such barbarism. Come find me when you're finished, Cutter.
You'll regret this, Silas. Do you hear me? I'll have your head.
No. I rather think you won't.
Parents must be so very proud to have raised a specimen like yourself. Quiet now. I need to concentrate on my work. A little bit from here, a little bit
Way to
from
go,
there.
Charles.
Make myself a nice kiss.
Who are you?
Hatham Kenway, at your service.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
Walk with me, Mr. Church, and all will be explained.
Or back at the green drag. Oh, there's an almanac page somewhere up here. There it is. See what we can do for old Benji here. Where'd it go? Well, I guess we ain't getting shit for Benjamin Franklin because I lost the sumbitch already. Pity. You talking about Charles or Benjamin Church there? Because Charles looks like he's got something going on there.
Johnson's told me what you intend. As it happens, the man who held me is the same one that you seek. His name is Silas Thatcher.
That fancy lad is our slaver?
Don't let his velvet tongue deceive you. A crueler and more vicious creature I've never known.
What can you tell me of his operation?
He hosts at least 100 men, more than half of whom are redcoats.
All this for some slaves?
Hardly. The man's a commander in the King's troop, in charge of the Southgate Fort.
We need to find a way inside. Let me think on it. In the meantime, I'll attend to our final recruit.
John Pitcairn's our man. I'll take you to him.
All right. I don't like how Charles is just like, now he's just in conversations and stuff. Maybe he's going to go to
State
Tahiti.
your business.
New recruit.
More kindling for the pyre, eh? Well, go on then.
How'd you manage that?
Did you forget, sir? My commission is with General Braddock. When I'm not attending to you, of course.
Yeah, and honestly, I welcome that quite a bit.
Your acts are treacherous.
It allows me to just stay focused on the story and go right from one plot point to the next without a bunch of meaningless travel in between.
Were you planning to announce yourself, or did you hope my men
Sir,
wouldn't notice your arrival?
If you'll allow me to explain.
Ho ho! By all means. I should like very much to hear this.
I have not deserted, sir. I am here under Commander Amherst's orders.
Show me a letter bearing his seal, and you might be spared the gallows.
I have no such thing. The nature of my work, sir,
It's the sort of thing best not put to paper.
Hatham.
General Braddock?
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Wolves often travel in packs.
Master Pitcairn won't be here for but a few weeks. I shall return him to his proper post once our work is finished.
The devil's work, no doubt. It's bad enough my superiors have insisted I grant you use of Charles. But they've said nothing about this traitor. You'll not have him.
Edward, listen to reason.
We're done here. See these gentlemen out.
Now,
well, that didn't go as I expected.
Hold on.
I think I used to call him brother.
What now? They'll chase us off if we try and return.
We're done with this camp. As luck would have it, so are they. Come along.
Now, that could possibly
What are you
maybe
planning?
be
To steal Master Pitcairn.
What?
You'll see.
something that they put in the
When I
remaster.
give the signal, you're to distract Braddock's patrol and lure them into a dead end.
Like, it's possible the original PS3 version didn't do that, and that was something they added to the remaster. I'm not sure. I've only played this game through completion twice. The first time was on PS3, which was around the time it came out, probably in 2012 or 2013.
Yes. Those fresh arrived are often soon in dire straits.
And the second time was in 2020 on PC.
And feed their young.
And I don't really remember whether that was a thing in my previous playthroughs or not. The fuck, Charles?
Now!
Oi!
Look at the way that dude's walking.
You thieves and scoundrels, one and all! Fire on you and your false war!
Did he just throw shit at him? That's awesome.
After him!
Unhand him, Edward.
You again.
Let us go. And John Pitcairn with us.
I will not have my authority challenged.
Nor I.
Put them all in chains.
Don't go.
I stayed my hand today because you were once my brother, and a better man than this. Or should our paths ever cross again, all debts will be forgotten. You're free now, John.
Traitor! Go on then. Join them on their fool's errand. And when you find yourself lying
I assume
broken
you've good reason for causing all this
bottom of
madness.
some dark
What is it you require of me?
I'll explain everything on the way.
Well, the team's been assembled. Another new email. All right, let's see if we can get that almanac page again. Oh, it's lost. Come back later to find it again. Okay, so I just took off before I even had a chance to even start pursuing it. Okay, cool.
Gentlemen, I believe I found the solution to our problem. Or rather, Odysseus has.
How do you? Are you a new guy?
The Greek hero, you lobcock.
Allow me to explain. We enter Silas' fort under the pretext of kinship. Once inside, we spring our trap, free the captives, and kill the slaver.
Dodgy, dodgy. I like it.
Then, let us begin. First, we need to find ourselves a convoy. Convoy should be here soon. We'll attack on my signal.
Understood, sir.
If we time this right, we can catch them all unawares.
I like how that dude just walked right through the wagon. Negative review on Steam. This game's a buggy mess. I like how this other dude over here is just like walking around wearing a blanket.
What the hell is this?
1,000 pardons, sir. Seems we've had ourselves an unhappy little...
Oh, and I completely missed the shot. Alright, screw this musket.
Charles, you and William serve as vanguard. Let no man reach us.
What about me?
You and John will follow from a distance and keep watch over us. I'll signal you when I have need of your services. We're here to help you, along with those held inside Southgate Fort.
Free me.
Not until we're inside the gate. I can't chance an inspection of the gate going wrong. I'll see you safe. You have my word.
Feed, salt, and other sundries available in bulk from Robinson. The city's best.
Do you know anything of Silas' operation? How many men we might expect? The nature of their defenses? You must be rather important to him if you were given your own escort.
Sir, we've enemies ahead. Shall I engage them?
No. Let Jonathan and Thomas take care of it.
As you wish.
I wish you'd trust us. Though I suppose it's only natural for you to be wary. So be it.
By putting you right at the beginning of the, each mission and everything like that, that might be... Because I do remember... I'm going to have to look this up. If you already know this information, or if you want to look this up on your own, whatever. But I feel like, from what I remember...
Engage the enemy!
One of the big complaints even I had with this game was that it was such a slow burn in the beginning. And I feel like this game has actually been moving along fairly well.
Goddamn dogs.
Let no man reach us!
Looks like you're to meet the Reaper.
And so maybe by putting you right at the beginning of each mission, you know, it might, you know, if that was put in an update, you know, if that was part of the remaster, you know, to kind of cut down on some of this slow burn in the beginning, that would actually be really nice.
On your guard, man.
I want to take a look.
Of course.
Only say the word, and I'll cut them down.
One moment, then.
Engage the enemy.
Come on, then. Let's see how tough you are.
Damn. Well done.
Looks like you're to meet the
Clothesline. Nice. A double clothesline. Who was that? That looks like Pitcairn with a double clothesline.
Hold!
Evening, gentlemen.
State your business.
Delivery for Silas.
Go on then.
See? I'm freeing you just as I said I would. Now, if you'll allow me to explain.
Bye.
Let her go.
But she'll give us away.
No, she won't.
What's the plan?
Free the captives and avoid detection.
What of Silas?
He dies.
He's a dead man.
I know when you're ready to strike.
Greetings.
Stop slouching, soldier.
Who are you?
I said stop slouching.
Who are you to tell me what to do?
A good friend of Mr.
Oh, shit. Definitely didn't mean to do that. Yeah, remain undetected. Bang!
Damn!
I don't think there's a way I can actually manually crouch. I think he automatically crouches when I get into, like, the bushes and stuff.
Oi, fellas. Apologies for me tardiness. Cutter had me working late. You know Cutter? Well, who do you think got me this post? We're like brothers, me and him. Now.
God damn it, I did it again. I do not associate the triangle button with shoot. Like, honestly, I'm pretty sure the triangle button was one of the buttons that I used in Shadows to, like, interact with things. Yeah, these guys are just going to think nothing of me freeing slaves or anything. Move on. I love how he just like punches the lock off. That's awesome. Negative review on Steam. AI is breaking my immersion.
An hour of quiet was all I asked. Instead, I'm awakened not 10 minutes later by this cacophonous madness. I expect an explanation, and it had best be good. How? How did this happen? My precious merchandise set free? It's unacceptable! Rest assured, I'll have the heads of those responsible. But first we clean up this mess. Seal the fort, kill any who try to escape. I don't care if they be one of us or one of them. To approach the gate is to be made a corpse. Am I understood?
Well,
push them back.
Go on. We'll hold back the guard while you deal with Silas. No mercy!
I guess I didn't realize finding and killing the general was an optional objective. I guess I didn't put that together right then. I figured I'd free the captives, then kill the general.
For the order! You shall not. I'll deal with this, sir! Where did you receive your training? For the order! For the order! I'll deal with this, sir! Fighting skills like these, it's little wonder you were set to guard a fort. For the order! This is the best Boston has to offer. Now a breach of this magnitude! I should kill you all!
Benjamin!
He's here!
Glad to have you with
Stop
us.
the interloper!
I could use some help.
He's the one responsible!
I'll spill it you like
Kill
a
him!
Back, you
Kill the intruders! All of them!
Well, that was messy, but we got the job done.
Who are you? Name's Hatham Kenway. You don't know me, but I believe the two of you are well acquainted.
I made a promise to you, Silas. One I intend to keep.
Damn. Hatham's just like, now that that's out of the way, let's get to business. No small talk? No chit-chat? Nope. Business.
What happens now?
We wait. But not for very long, I suspect.
Will our mystery guest please sign in? I got a trophy for that. Alright, we're moving right along. Memory sequence 2 complete. I'm not sure how actually, I didn't look beforehand how many memory sequences this game has.
It's been several weeks now since we freed the Mohawk prisoners from captivity. I had hoped their leader might make contact, but there's been only silence. My men grow restless. They want to know what comes next, and I do not have an answer. Lee alone remains active, pursuing leads, however slight. He stalks the city streets and scouts the bordering woods, hopeful that he might make contact with one of those we saved. There was a woman there that night. It was she who helped the others to safety. If we can find her, I believe I'll have my answers. So, I watch and wait, hopeful that my true mission might finally begin.
There's 12 memory sequences in this game. I just looked. Boston 1755, and it's wintertime. Okay, where's that damn almanac page start? Right there. Come on, Hatham. You suck. Dab.
Hello, Charles. Any luck finding our mystery woman?
Word is she's been stirring up trouble just outside the city in a town called Lexington.
Well, then that's where we'll begin our search. I'll meet you there.
Finish your meal, Charles. Alright, well, this one ain't gonna teleport us. That's okay. So how far do we have to go? Quite a ways. But we already have a fast travel point right there. Neato. Why not? Just seems kind of weird to have a random fast travel point right here, but I'm not going to complain. With the amount of like needless travel that these games can have sometimes, I'll take fast travel at this point. Travel to the frontier. Yes, that seems like where I need to go. Alright, not too far away. You know, exploring in this game is probably one of the, like, games I've least explored, in all honesty. Because by the time I get to the finale of the Desmond Saga, I kind of am more focused on that than this game and its environment. So, like, I've done probably the least amount of exploring in this game, potentially than any other one. Aside from maybe Rogue, Unity, and Syndicate, because those games I've only played through once, whereas this one I have played through twice.
Have you found her?
She's made camp not too far from here.
Excellent. Well, the sooner we're done, the sooner we can get out of this cold.
I am afraid I have some bad news, sir.
Oh?
Braddock is insisting I return to service under him. I've tried to beg off, to no avail.
No doubt he's still angry about losing Pitcairn. To say nothing of the shaming we gave him. Do as he asks. In the meantime, I'll work on having you released.
I'm sorry for the trouble.
Not your fault.
Where are we going here, Lee?
We're too late.
Fire's only just been snuffed. Snow recently disturbed. She's close.
Bollocks.
These tracks are fresh. They must be hers. Seems she took to higher ground. Out of the snow and into the trees.
Do try to keep up there, Charles. There you are.
Wait here.
God damn it, Charles.
Come back! You return to Braddock, Charles, before he grows suspicious. I can handle things from here.
But, sir!
But nothing. Go! Stop running! I only wish to talk! I am not your enemy! Please just hear me out! Gods, woman! Only let me speak! Enough! You try my patience, woman!
Are you touched in the head?
Me, Hatham. I come in peace.
Why are you speaking so slow?
Sorry.
What do you want?
Well, your name, for one.
I'm Gadzit Zio.
Pleased to meet you. God's day.
Just call me Zio.
Dio.
Zio.
Dio.
Now tell me why it is you're here. Where did you get this?
From an old friend.
I've only seen such markings in one other place.
Where?
Well, it is forbidden for me to speak of it.
I saved your people. Does this mean nothing to you? Look, I am not the enemy.
Close to here, there is a hill. Meet me there, and we'll see if you speak the truth.
Just gonna take it with you, okay? Sure. Oh, it was pretty close by.
Soldiers who seek to drive my people from these lands. They're led by a man known as the Bulldog.
Edward Braddock.
You know him?
He is no friend of mine.
Every day, more of my people are lost to men like him.
Then I suggest we put a stop to it. Together.
What do you propose?
That we kill Edward Braddock. But first, we have to find him.
I don't trust you.
We're just gonna walk in together?
Wait here. A Mohawkman is likely to raise suspicions, if not muskets.
This is hardly the first time I've been amongst your people. I can handle myself.
Get out the way.
I hope so.
Can't stand being quartered there. The endless crashing of the waves, the sting of the salt in my eyes, and the goddamn gulls shrieking and shitting everywhere.
You're sure that's where we're going?
Aye. The Bulldog's putting together another expedition.
That's what they're calling them now. Expeditions.
Aye. Smart too. Slap a fancy name on something and all evil is excused.
I hear tell the French are readying to move on our positions. Wonder what Braddock intends to do about it.
He's already left for the advance camp. I'll wager our little holiday here is just about ended. We'll be marching south before week's end.
All right. Well, let's get the hell out of here. We know he's at the camp.
Oi! Where you going, Cully?
Me?
No, the other cock Robin.
Well, I was leaving.
Oh? And now?
Well, now... I'm going to feed you your teeth.
And you were worried I was going to be the problem?
Damn. Yes! DDT.
You're hurt.
Oh, it's nothing.
Here. This should stop the bleeding.
That wasn't necessary. But thank you.
We should move on. Meet me at Braddock's camp when you're ready.
Okay. And where's Braddock's camp? Not too far. Yeah, that was a fun little fight scene. I absolutely love the fact that he just starts DDTing people. That's epic.
Use the snowstorm to mask your approach. Having second thoughts?
Hardly. But I'll have to approach this carefully.
Go on then. I'll keep watch from here.
All right.
I can hide in that cart.
What's in the wagon? I need a full inventory.
As you wish. Let's see. 2 barrels of salt, 12 pounds pork, 10 pounds beef, 7 dozen eggs, 16 wheels of cheese. None of it French, don't worry. 5 bottles of whiskey, a couple dozen new uniforms, boots, and leather for patching, blankets, a cart feed for the horses. What else? That's it? That's all there is?
Neat.
Those cannons are like to cause trouble. Perhaps I could sabotage them.
That was messy, but it got the job done. Oh, I was supposed to eavesdrop. Okay, my bad.
Those cannons are like to cause trouble. Perhaps I could sabotage them.
What cannons where? Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, I'm gonna fail this on purpose. Now that I know where the cannons are, all that stuff, now I can replan my approach. I also didn't pay attention to the optional objectives. I try to do them.
Trouble. Perhaps I could sabotage them.
There will be no truce. Damn it! Why, George? What reason did he give? He said a diplomatic solution was no solution at all. That allowing the French to retreat would only delay an inevitable conflict. One in which they'd now have the upper hand.
George Washington, huh?
There's merit to those words, as much as I hate to admit it. Still, can't he see this is unwise?
It doesn't sit well with me either. We're far from home with our forces divided. Worse, I fear Braddock's bloodlust makes them careless. It puts the men at risk. I'd rather not be delivering grim news to mothers and widows because the bulldog wanted to prove a point.
Where is the general now? Rallying the troops. And then it's on to Fort Duquesne, I assume?
Eventually. The march north will surely take time. There's a copy of the plans in the command tent should you wish to review them.
At least this will be ended soon.
I tried, John.
I know, my friend. I know.
That map will surely be of use. I need to find it.
You can't see me. I wonder what would happen if I killed old George there. Probably be desynchronized. Fission mailed. Obviously, I can't just walk right out the front door. Damn it. I didn't see any other way out of the fort unless maybe there's one in the back.
Those cannons are like to cause trouble.
Ah, shit.
Perhaps I could sabotage them.
That was going so smooth, too.
Those cannons are like to cause trouble. Perhaps I could sabotage them.
You saw nothing, sir. And you will continue to see nothing. Aha. One guy right here. Didn't look like the cannons were still an optional objective, so I probably didn't have to do those anyways. Or, you know, do them again. But, oh well.
What news?
Braddock has left to rally his troops. They're marching on Fort Duquesne. It'll be a while yet till they're ready, which gives us time to form a plan.
No need. We will ambush him here near the river. Go and gather your allies. I will do the same. I will send word when it is time to strike.
Okay. Apparently I can't whistle for my horse, so we're just gonna have to trudge through the snow. I kept seeing the rabbits highlight. I'm assuming later on I can use them for resources or something, but just not right now. I just wanted to see if he could shoot the rabbit. Well, let's see. Can old Hatham swim? He can. Alright, we're almost there. Charles Braddock, you're gonna die. Five months later.
The cold, cold ground.
We waited 5 months for this ambush.
Hard at work, I see.
How did you...
It is time. We've set up camp to the north. Meet me there.
Gentlemen, let us away.
Looks like homeboy there in the back ain't in condition to do nothing but fall over. What, Thomas Hickey, I think was his name. Why don't you go practice falling down? I'll be there in a minute.
First it was too cold. Now it's too goddamn hot.
Now, welcome to,
And humid too. It's a right swamp, I tell you.
welcome to the northeast of the United States, where you get all 4 seasons in 1 week.
Warm weather and bugs are soon to be the least of our worries.
Case in point, Thursday it was 82. Today or yesterday it was 59.
Where's your boy Lee gone off to?
Returned to finish out his service under Braddock.
I imagine the Bulldog's none too pleased after the stunt we pulled.
Pleased to spin a tale of my incompetence and beg forgiveness. He has a way with words, especially when it comes to flattery. I expect he'll be welcomed back with open arms.
Which would give us a man inside.
Precisely. I see you've been busy.
All these men are from many different tribes, united in their desire to see Braddock sent away. The Abenaki, the Lenape, the Shawnee.
He'll be sent away in a box.
Who do you stand for?
Myself.
What would you have me do?
Will you help the others to prepare? Follow. They come.
Everything all right, sir?
Just savoring the moment. No doubt, many wonder why it is we've pushed so far west. These are wild lands, as yet untamed and unsettled. But it shall not always be so. In time, our holdings will no longer suffice. And that day is closer than you think. We must ensure our people have ample room to grow and further prosper, which means we need more land. The French understand this and endeavor to prevent such growth. They skirt around our territory, erecting forts and forging alliances, awaiting the day they might strangle us with the noose they've built. This must not come to pass. We must sever the cord and send them back. This is why we ride, to offer them one last chance. The French will leave, or they will die.
Now's the time to strike.
Wait. To scatter the expedition is not enough. We must ensure that Braddock falls, else he's sure to try again. I'll disguise myself as one of his own and make my way to his side. Your ambush will provide the perfect cover for me to deliver the killing blow.
We await your signal.
There, in front of us.
Get down, dumbass. I'll tell you what, that's one thing I'm not a very big fan of in this game compared to some of the other ones, is like his automatic crouching. I'd rather just crouch myself.
There, in front of us.
Kill them!
But then again, I don't remember if I could crouch in Revelations. I don't think that was a thing, but there was really no need to in that game. Well, we failed that optional objective, but whatever.
How could anyone call this forest home?
With the French pushed back, there'll be a lot of opportunities for us up north.
Have served, you mean? Sir? You are grateful to have served.
Edward. Not so fun on the other end of the barrel, is it?
Look out!
Sir!
Where are you off to, Edward? I never took you for a coward, Edward.
Come on, then! Such arrogance. I always knew it would be the end of you. Is the end of you.
Don't. Hurry before he gets away! I said go!
You want to talk about historically inaccurate? I really don't think George Washington would have, you know, gotten a knife held to his throat by a native. Just saying. Never read that in the history books.
I'm sorry, Edward, but you forced my hand.
Got him.
Why, Hatham?
Your death opens a door. It's nothing personal. Well, maybe it is a little personal. Been a pain in my ass, after all.
But we are brothers in arms.
Once, perhaps. No longer.
Do you think I've forgotten what you did? All those innocents slaughtered, and for what? It does not engender peace to cut your way to resolution.
Wrong. Whether we applied the sword more liberally and more often, the world would be a better place than it is today.
In this instance, I concur. Farewell, Edward.
You want to explain to me how he took a ring off the guy's finger with a glove on it?
It's done. Now I've upheld my part of the bargain.
They're
Expect
both my
that you will honor
birds.
yours.
Follow me.
All right, Hatham's made his way to the cave.
No. No!
You seem disappointed.
I thought that I held a key that would open something here.
This room is all there is.
I expected more. What do they mean?
It tells the story of Yotzitzizu, who came into their world and shaped it for what life might come. She had a hard journey, fraught with great loss and peril. But she believed in her children and what they might achieve. And though she is long gone from the physical world, her eyes still watch over us. Her ears still hear our words. Her hands still guide us. And her love still gives us strength.
You've shown me great kindness, dear. Thank you. I should go.
So Hatham gets that close. That close. But he doesn't have the apple. A few days later. Ha! Got it.
Master Kenway, did you find it then?
It was not the right place.
The others are waiting for you.
Gentlemen, please, sit. I fear our temple was no more than a painted cave. Although it did contain precursor images and script, which means we are close.
Not close enough, it seems.
We need to redouble our efforts. and expand our order, and establish a permanent base here. Although the site eludes us, I am confident we will find it.
Truth. Hear, hear.
Furthermore, I believe it is time we welcome Charles into our fold. He has proven himself a loyal disciple and served unerringly since the day he came to us. He should be able to share in our knowledge and reap all the benefits that such a gift implies. Are any opposed? Very well. Charles, come, stand. Do you swear to uphold the principles of our order and all that for which we stand?
I do.
And never to share our secrets nor divulge the true nature of our work?
I do.
And to do so from now until death, whatever the cost?
I do.
Then we welcome you into our fold, brother. Together, we will usher in the dawn of a new world, one defined by purpose and order. Give me your hand. You are a Templar. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
May the Father of Understanding
guide us. Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, how's that for a plot twist? Charles has been welcomed into the Templars.
You all saw that, right?
Wow.
Wow, indeed. The key must be the amulet Hatham took from London.
We might know what it looks like, but we're no closer to finding it. Desmond, you need to keep going.
Hey, he's your ancestor too. Why don't you hop in the Animus?
Really? That's your response? It's like dealing with a 6-year-old. What is wrong with you, Desmond?
You want to know what's wrong? I'm sick of being treated like I'm not even here. Desmond, do this. Desmond, do that. Desmond, you better figure things out because the sun is going to turn us all to ash. And I know I was really nice to you, but actually I'm just another Templar plot twist. And yes, I would like very much for you to be controlled by a magic space wizard so that you can murder me. So there's your answer. I'm sick of being a goddamn pawn. I thought it might be different with you. I mean, you're my father, but turns out you're no better than the fucking Templars.
Don't you ever equate me to those bastards again. You hear me? Everything I do, everything I have done, has been for you. Maybe I pushed a little too hard, asked a little too much, but try and remember exactly what's at stake here. You need to get it together, kid. We're running out of time.
Right, that was unusual. Well, I'm just going to pretend that this never happened and get back to bringing everyone up to speed on where we stand.
Sean for the save.
Good. It appears this temple is powered by a collection of, well, I guess they're batteries. You found one on your way in, but there aren't any more, at least not down here.
Any idea on where we can find replacements?
Not yet, so I intend to tiptoe into the Abstergo database. Now, if I can cross-reference these particular devices with their database, then maybe we'll get lucky.
See what you can do.
Obviously. Anyway, Desmond, you can either take a look around here or we can head back to the Animus.
All right. Well, I had some emails. I didn't want to get back in the Animus right now.
All right. Here goes.
Undan nizero het stanyu. Awira awa unte yard on jadagu. Tone warda nagara de. Desajera nero niha. Nektiyate huayata nekera. Azekante tajajera oni. Nektiya otena degari wastakwe. Agungwe da sun a wahuan nordungwe zi niot nesagodaya ogun a. Zewajerda sriat dizaks ne Hatham. Raganero quaque unte zinito guenyo. Nek zi ohondo yo hawitu ya de haganeraque. Zinuero joqua templar alguego tadinero darhox. Ne onha at getsanis. Zigatke sun arian a higusa gandanu agat gato zine saga rascanex.
Can I leave the Animus now? Yes, okay. I don't want to see any more of this. This is where I wanted to call it for the day. Now, hopefully I didn't just screw myself there and skip something. So I guess let's see if we can repeat that. Okay, looks like it's going to start there. So, apparently, Zio here got pregnant by Hatham in that cave that night. Was trying to save that for the next bit. I was trying to get to a computer rather than get back in the Animus.
Lots of different stuff. If you're going into the field, we need a way to keep tabs on you and stay in touch. Hacking into local security systems won't cut it.
Thanks.
For what?
Unless it was in the Animus that I
Everything. You've sacrificed a lot for me.
Did I read
You and
those?
Sean both. I mean, you upgraded the Animus, you helped train me, pulled me out of that coma. You put all that work into the database and helped me solve Clay's puzzles. I know I haven't been the easiest person to work with, and I'm sorry for that. I just want you to know that even if I'm shitty at showing it, I appreciate everything you've done.
You really think we'll finally get some answers down here?
Maybe. Talking to the first Civ has always been a pain in the ass, though.
Imagine what it must be like for them.
What do you mean?
They've been separated from us by tens of thousands of years. A completely different
That's not
language and
Desmond
culture,
talking. That's William.
possessed of an intelligence vastly superior to our own. We're lucky they've communicated as much as they have.
I don't know why they had to make this all so complicated. I mean, if they need something from me, they should just come out and say it.
I've been wondering about that myself. I get the sense Juno and Minerva didn't exactly see eye to eye. I'm studying everything I can get my hands on, but maybe you'll find something down here that can shed light on the mystery. What happened between them, and why?
Yeah, I think in order to read the emails, I have to be in the Animus. That's the database. No, ain't in there. I'm pretty sure it said exit the Animus, actually, to read the emails. Right here? Ah, right there. Received and mission replay. So that's... Oh, okay. Well, we haven't apparently gotten anything here yet. Oh, patch notes. Hey, yo, I did had a little bit of downtime while you were gone, so I figured I'd do what I could to upgrade the operating system. It's actually been ready for a little while now, but with the Animus in safe mode, I wasn't about to try an installation. Things I did, actually it should be we, since I had a few people in the other cells chip in. Modifications to the targeting system, you should be able to move in and out of combat more easily. Free running improvements, you're less likely to jump at the wrong time in the wrong direction. Only one input for interacting with the world, no more choosing between parts of your ancestor's body. You can assassinate while moving now. Definitely try that out ASAP. You can pick up weapons on the go as well. We implemented a weather system, rain, snow, wind, it's all there. Animals, enough said. Faster fast travel, just open your map and you can instantly travel to any unlocked fast travel station. Revamp the map, it now provides lots of additional information. You've got more control over what it shows. There's a ton of other stuff, but your dad is yelling at me to get back to work, so I better wrap this up. I'll hit you up on the other side as you come across new features. First of all, welcome back. It's good to see you fully recovered. Can't imagine what it was like for you trapped in there. If you ever want to chat about it, you let me know. Anyway, you'll find the database essentially unchanged aside from a few cosmetic upgrades. As before, you'll receive a notification when I've added a new entry. I'll also let you know if any of the entries are updated, as is often the case when dealing with these conspiratorial ancestors of yours. William Miles, the mission. I know it's easy to get distracted while inside the Animus, but I'm hoping everyone can stay focused here. We need to find that key as soon as possible. Also, do not go exploring the temple without first clearing it with me. And carry your headsets with you at all times. Can't afford to lose anyone because curiosity got the better of them. We're short-handed as it is. Balls! We've got a visitor down here. It's Juno. She's been appearing every now and then. Sort of flits through the air. Reminds us to guard you well. Find the key, blah, blah, blah. And then poof, disappears. At first we thought it was just another holographic recording. But then your father called her some rather choice words and she glared at him. Honest. Swiveled those eyes in his direction and frowned. Creeped me out. I don't know if she's reaching out to us from the past, if some part of her is actually still conscious, or if maybe she's inside the apple, like some evil genie. Whatever it is gives me the creeps. On that note, happy Halloween. Hatham's Amulet. Though I suppose Hatham's Amulet is technically a piece of Eden, it's not particularly exciting. It functions as a key, and well, that's about it. I know. We're all used to these things being incredibly powerful and thus rather dangerous, but this one is neither. Is it weird? I'm disappointed. That said, it's still critical to our mission, so I suppose that counts for something. Frowny face, frowny face, frowny face. Good Lord, Rebecca, with all the fixes and updates and improvements you supposedly put into this recent software revision, one would think you would have had the decency to include a British English dictionary in the spell checker. Some of us prefer to use proper language when corresponding. The database keeps trying to replace the letter S with Z in certain words, and it's declared war on the letter U as well. Realize becomes realize, color becomes color, wrong. It's all rather ethnocentric, if you ask me. Also quite against the principles of the Assassin Brotherhood, last I checked. And here I thought we were meant to be an all-inclusive bunch. Just a quick heads up, replying to email chains will no longer return multiple instances of the word RE. Should cut down on subject length considerably. Are you sure about that? See above. Haha, very funny, Sean. Focus, please. Hey there, Desmond. As you'll see from the date of this email, you've been in the Animus for a few days now, but don't worry. I've been staying on top of your vitals, not even a blip. So it looks like extending the sessions won't be a problem. Whatever happened between you and 16 seems to increase your tolerance. The Animus keeps you in a resting state, which takes care of fatigue, and your memories are vivid enough you're actually seeing micro-movement in your muscles, which means no atrophy issues either. Still, we'll be bringing you out for breaks just to stay on the safe side. So there's all of our emails. Now, they said something about walking around in here.
Yes? Just thought I'd, say hi.
You have more important things to do right now.
Jesus, Dad.
What? What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Hi, son. How are you? What have you been up to?
I know what you've been up to. Nothing. You wasted away in some shitty apartment with a pointless job, while the rest of us were out there fighting to make a difference.
You are such an asshole. Are you thinking about hitting me again? Because this time, I will hit back.
Let's just get back to work, okay?
Let's see, what do we got over here? Anything? Let's just go, take a peek at some things. what do we got over here?
In the beginning, when we thought we could be saved, we sought to face the sun's wrath and contain it. 4 towers would be built to pull her fury into this place and dispel it. But even with all we knew, with all we had, it would take too long. 1,000 years we could labor, and still the work would not be done. The first tower was never completed. The project abandoned. We moved on. But while we labored on other endeavors, a few returned. They thought to automate the process. Metal might finish what flesh could not.
Okay. So I guess that was one of their ideas. Oh, we'll just keep climbing, I guess.
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace, perhaps we might rebuke it. Already we could generate fields to protect us in times of strife. But these were small and simple things. To replicate them on a scale the size of a world, we lack the energy to make it so. Half the world, they said then. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A sixth, an eighth, a tenth, they cried. The answer was still the same. Perhaps in time a city might be spared. But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
So that was their second failed idea. And I'm guessing that's where another one of our, battery things would go. That we don't have, so we'll save the rest of the exploring, I guess, for another time.
Would you look at that?
What is it?
If I had to guess, I would say it's a counter. And judging from the iconography, I think it's safe to say when that's emptied, the end begins. Hello, Desmond. How's things?
Same old. Another day, another ancestor.
Who'd have thought you'd have a Templar in your family tree?
I think he started out as an assassin. They must have turned him.
Right you are, in fact. I've been reviewing our archives, and it appears that Haytham's father was indeed an assassin. Which means he was likely one too, at least for a little while.
What else did you find?
That fella from the opera, Reginald Birch, Grand Master of the London chapter of Templars, he and Haytham's father, a man named Edward, well, they were long-time rivals. Now, it appears Birch got his hands on Haytham at a rather young age. Worked his wiles to convince Haytham to switch sides. Wonder how he did it. I'll see if I can't dig up more.
Well, that's interesting. So, obviously, if we've played Assassin's Creed 4 by now, we know that story. But, so, Haytham's father, Edward, was an assassin. Birch was the, like, master of the London Templars. And then Haytham is a Templar himself, but then kills Birch for the key. Alright. Well, this seems like a good spot to actually call it a night. I'm assuming we have... Well, maybe I should jump back in the Animus, just so I can, you know, maybe see about, like, a save point or something. But, I don't know, that just... I mean, I suppose I'm not that far in. I could just get back to this point if I needed to and pull a Revelations and, you know, play the game 4 times. Because I'd rather not jump back into the Animus until Wednesday. So let's see what happens, I guess, if we do this. Yeah, this should load us right into the temple here, and then we can jump in the Animus and get started back again on Wednesday. Nope. Well, it's just going to throw us right in there, so we're actually going to leave the Animus, and then we'll, on Wednesday, we'll just hit resume game, and it'll just throw us right into the next memory sequence there, so we'll do that. So yeah, interesting stuff so far. Again, it's been 3 hours and it feels like we're still kind of in tutorial mode in a way. But so far, maybe it's just because I'm coming off of Assassin's Creed Shadows that had a story, but it seemed like there was no real rhyme or reason for said story. The story also had, spoiler alert, if you've not played Shadows and don't want to know this information, spoiler alert, but Shadows had no mention of the Isus. It had no mention, really, of, like, pieces of Eden or none of that. And so, especially coming right off of Revelations, let's take Shadows out the equation, right? So Desmond's in a coma. He gets a sync nexus with Ezio. And, you know, Ezio finds Altair's library, discovers another apple. It's like, nope, this is it for me. We come here to this location, which we received the coordinates for that in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. We got Ezio's apple from underneath the Colosseum in another Isu temple, which opened the door to this location. And now we're looking for a key, presumably to open whatever that is down there at the end. And it's the key that Haytham has. So, yeah, the story that's been told so far, it flowed well. It was cohesive. The beginning, the recap, the way that they handled that was really good. And, again, longtime fans of Assassin's Creed pretty much all say the same thing, that the Desmond Saga was the best the series ever got. And it's just been kind of a downhill slope ever since then. Now, I have enjoyed other Assassin's Creed games after this, but for different reasons. You know, they're still decent games, but they're pretty self-contained stories after this. So it's, you know, Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, and now 3. That's a 5-game saga. And you can just tell that everything that you've done in the previous 4 games has all built to this. And that might be one of the reasons why I've never really spent a whole lot of time in the Animus, so to speak, and actually going through the, like, the actual historical setting and exploring all of that, because to me that story is less important than what's going on with Desmond. And so I don't know, maybe that was a problem for some people, and Ubisoft maybe thought there was too much emphasis on the modern day and not enough reason to be in the historical part. I'm just throwing shit against the wall at this point. But I seem to care less about Haytham than I do about Desmond. Whereas in the previous games, it's like they were designed to make you care more about what Ezio was doing and then therefore what Desmond could learn from it. And it doesn't really seem like even... But then again, if you look at it in context with this modern day story, especially with William in the picture now, it's just like, hurry up, get Desmond, hurry up, get Desmond back in the Animus. We need to find this key. So it's really, important for even the modern day characters for Desmond to kind of just hurry the fuck up and get what they need. Right, yeah, they established the Desmond storyline right from the very beginning. And so it seems like this is what's more important, which is the reason why I had such a problem with Shadows, because there was no reason to go through their memories. There was no... you don't even know where they got the DNA from. Obviously, Haytham is one of Desmond's ancestors, so you don't need the source character's DNA like they used in some of the newer games. But it just seems like the main focus of this game is on what's right here, and not this other story that's taking place in the 1700s. So that's probably why I've never really spent a whole lot of time exploring that particular time frame, because this is more important. And they've spent 4 games building to this location, to building towards what Desmond needs to do and is going to do in this location. So it just kind of makes more sense to focus on this rather than the 1700s right now. But with that being said, I'm going to call it a night. It seems like a really good spot, and I do remember where this story goes from here. I have played it again. So I do remember a little bit of what's coming next, and I feel like this is just a good spot to call it a night, and it's that good 3-hour mark. So, but yeah, that was a pretty... I remember when that happened. The first time I played this game. There's a few games that I can remember the very first time I ever played them, and this was one of them, simply because of that Haytham plot twist. Because the next time you see Haytham, pay attention to his right arm, because he does have a hidden blade, but it has the assassin insignia on it still. Now, it looks broken, like the top half of it is missing, but that is clearly an assassin hidden blade, and it was intentionally misleading at times, because your allies show up on the mini-map as the little assassin insignia, so it's misleading it intentionally. But yeah, when he finally introduces Charles into the Templar Order, I had the same reaction that Desmond did. Like, wait, what? Like, what is happening here? So that was another thing that was well done with this one, where I didn't see... at the time, I don't think anybody saw that plot twist coming. Especially with the way the game starts, where you're in a theater and you have to go assassinate a target, and everything that Haytham does is very assassin-esque. So that was all really well done. I absolutely hate the character of Haytham, but we will get into that and why throughout this game. So let's see here. Tuesday night, I believe we're going to have one more stream, possibly the finale, with the Grim Gamer on Epic Mickey Rebrushed on the Nintendo Switch. We'll be right back here for part 2 of Assassin's Creed 3. And then Thursday, what you got going on Thursday, Grim? Because if you finish up Epic Mickey on Tuesday, I know you got something to do in between that and your next series or next full playthrough that you're going to be doing. So fill us in on what you're going to be doing there. But I am going to see this playthrough through to the end. Let's see here. According to HowLongToBeat.com, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered It's about a 14.5 hour main story playthrough, which is really all I intend on doing. So we're gonna be in this one for maybe 5 or 6 streams total. So for about the next month, we're gonna be sticking with this game. Well, actually, no, about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. We'll be doing the Desmond storyline, and then after that, I've spoke about it a little bit here and there, but I'm hoping that I can finish this game up relatively soon, because I might even throw in a Monday here pretty soon just to get a little bit further ahead. Because essentially things are going down at work, and my schedule will be changing. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about that. And therefore, streaming in general may be coming to an end for the foreseeable future. So I want to try to get through this game at the very least before that happens. But I have no idea at this point, I guess, when that could happen between now and September. It's like a 4 or 5 month window where I just don't know what's going to happen. So the earlier I can get through this game, the better. And then basically that's where I'm going to put the pause on Assassin's Creed in general. I thought about playing through the 4th one and going through maybe a couple of the other ones, but ending the Assassin's Creed streams on the Desmond finale just seems like the right thing to do at this current moment in time. Because I've done nothing but Assassin's Creed games for the large majority of the time since December. So there's a couple other things I would like to do, and if I have the time following the conclusion of this game, then I'll throw in some old PS2 classics and, you know, not really make any long-term plans at that point. But if you're watching this back on YouTube, there will be a subscribe button up there and a playlist over in that corner over there for all of my Assassin's Creed 3 stream replays. And Grim, I want to say thanks for hanging out. I'm glad you enjoyed this particular episode of the Desmond Saga. And until I see you all next time, there's only one thing left to do. Stay suave.